Are you planning a trip to Walt Disney World over the holidays? Well, I'm going to share a few things that you should know before you go. Hey everyone, I'm Jim Spangler, the Goofy Guy. Glad to have you back with me. And today we're going to talk about holidays at Walt Disney World. If you're planning a trip to Walt Disney World over the holidays, these are things you definitely want to know about. And let's get right to it. First, let's talk about crowd calendars. Holidays at Walt Disney World are the most crowded times. Between December 25th and New Year's, actually even this year it would be before that, so December 23rd to New Year's, are going to be the most crowded times at the parks. Now that's not a problem, you just need to be aware of that. And one of the great resources you should use are crowd calendars. Crowd calendars are websites that you can go to and find out what are the crowds going to be like. There are a lot of them out there, and if you just Google crowd calendars for Walt Disney World, you'll see a whole list of them. Now, my favorite crowd calendar happens to be touringplans.com. That's the one that I use, but there are a lot of good ones out there. Now, what touringplans.com does is that they look at wait times for the attractions, and they've been doing it for years. And so I feel like they have a really reliable system, and they rate the crowds from 1 to 10, 1 being the least crowded, 10 being the most crowded. The other great thing is that you not only get the crowd calendar for each individual park, you also get the crowd calendar for the whole resort. So it's going to say Walt Disney World is a 7, but the Magic Kingdom may be a 10, while Hollywood Studios is a 3. So it really helps you plan ahead what park you should go to and where you should spend your time on what days. Really helpful. So check out crowd calendars. They are all excellent and definitely useful tools. There are quite a few things that you should know are going on at Walt Disney World that will make your trip more enjoyable. The first one is at Epcot, and that's the Candlelight Processional. The Candlelight Processional is a beautifully staged musical presentation of the Christmas story, and it has narrators every night, and they're always stars that you know, like Neil Patrick Harris, Whoopi Goldberg, the list goes on and on. So check and see which ones are going to be there while you're there. Now, here's the trick about seeing the Candlelight Processional, and it is definitely something that you should see. You should do the meal plan, where you buy a meal, where you have a meal, and then you get a ticket to get in to the Candlelight Processional. That way you don't have to wait hours in line to get a seat for it. It happens at the American Pavilion, and there's only so many seats that are in that amphitheater. So the line to get in is always really long. So if you get a meal that includes those tickets, you're guaranteed a seat for that performance. So definitely worth your time. Sit down, have a good meal, enjoy yourselves, and then go see a great show. Now, Disneyland also has a Candlelight Processional, but it's a completely different situation. They do that at the railroad station, and it only happens 2 nights a year at Disneyland. So that's a little bit different. So check the calendar and see when those are. At the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World, they have an amazing Christmas party. It's Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and it is a lot of fun. Now, it is a hard-ticketed event, which means that you need to buy your ticket before you go to it, so it's an additional cost. But you can get into it early. It usually starts around 7, but you can usually get into the parks around 4. So my suggestion would be buy the tickets for the party and then go early. Stay at the resort in the morning, just relax, kick back, maybe go to Disney Springs, but then about 4 o'clock, head to the Magic Kingdom, and you'll get extra hours at the Magic Kingdom. Now, at the Christmas party, they have a wonderful Christmas parade that they do. They have a great fireworks display that's just for the Christmas party, and it's actually hosted by Minnie Mouse, which is so cool. It is a beautiful display. And also, not only do they play Christmas music on Main Street, but it snows on Main Street. So cool. Such a great effect to be in Orlando and have it snowing on Main Street, USA at the Magic Kingdom. It's a lot of fun. Oh, also, insider tip, free cookies and hot cocoa at the party. So, not only can you get all the special treats that they make specifically for the party, which are always delicious. I mean, who doesn't love one of their cupcakes? I mean, I know I can't resist that. But also, you can get cookies and hot chocolate for free. So be sure to check the map when you get in and find out where that is. Another fun thing that I love to do during the holidays when I'm at Walt Disney World is to resort hop. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about this because it really could be a whole nother video, but the resorts are decorated so beautifully, and it is so much fun to go to the different resorts and just look at all the decorations. I mean, at the boardwalk, they have this beautiful chocolate carousel that actually works that they have. At the Grand Floridian, they have a huge gingerbread house. Each resort decorates in its own special way, and it's really worth seeing. A lot of fun. So be sure that you set some time aside to do that, especially during the middle of the day when the crowds are so busy and you're just shoulder to shoulder and you can't move. Get out of the parks, go check out some of the resorts. Check out the huge Christmas tree that they have at the Wilderness Lodge. It's beautiful. Check out the Grand Floridian. Go to the Polynesian. All great places to check out and see what kind of decorations they have up. It's a lot of fun. At Animal Kingdom, they've started this new thing called Winter Animal Menagerie. Oh, it's so good. It's at Discovery Island, and they have these animal puppets. They're white that are out, and they have bears, and they have wolves, and they have seals, and they have penguins, and all other sorts of things. And they are so beautiful and so much fun. They really bring these animals to light with great personalities. And if you even wonder what they look like, check it out on YouTube. There are great videos showing the children interacting with these. I mean, they are just drawn to these beautiful puppets. They have so much personality and are so much fun. I just absolutely love them. And they end about 5 p.m. I think is when they go in, because that's when it starts to get dark. And then we have the other event that I love at Animal Kingdom, which is the Tree of Light. They have special holiday projections that they do on the Tree of Life at the Animal Kingdom in the evenings, and they are so beautiful. And the projection technology is so much better than it used to be that it looks like you're looking at a flat screen. It's amazing and definitely worth your time to see those. And those happen just periodically throughout the evening once it gets dark. So just keep an eye out for them and stop and watch. It'll be well worth your time. At Hollywood Studios, if you like the Prep and Landing cartoon specials, which we love in my house, we watch them every year, so good, Prep and Landing, they have what they call Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, which is a projection show on the Chinese theater. So much fun, so good, really enjoyable time and nice to see at Hollywood Studios. I'm so glad they're doing something special for the holidays. Also, I think that the decorations that they do for Hollywood Studios are beautiful. I think that old 1940s, 1950s look of Sunset Boulevard and Hollywood Boulevard, really, really nice. They do a great job, and it just looks beautiful. They also have a projection show now on the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. So cool. Who would ever think to put a holiday projection show on a thrill ride like that, especially the Hollywood Tower of Terror, which is supposed to be scary. But be sure you catch that too. You don't have to be real close to see it, and it is definitely worth your time to see. So check that out, Hollywood Tower of Terror projection show. The last thing I want to talk about happens at Disney Springs. Now, Disney Springs is decorated for the holidays, and you can find great specials and great deals during the holidays at Disney Springs. And if you're there over Thanksgiving weekend, they even have Black Friday sales, which I talked about in an earlier video, which I'll post up here in the corner so that you can see that video too. So great. But if you're just there for the holidays, they decorate so beautifully. I really, really love it. And also, they have a Christmas tree path, which is so cool. It started out with just a few Christmas trees, but I think it's now up to 13 different Christmas trees that they decorate in different themes. They have a villain's tree, they have a 101 Dalmatians tree, they have a Winnie the Pooh tree, they have a Mickey and Minnie tree. So great. And there are also different things that you can buy along the way in there that are associated with each of those trees. It's a lot of fun and definitely worth doing. You don't actually have to spend any money. You can just go look at the beautiful Christmas trees and have a great time. Definitely a good time, so check that out. So that's everything I've got to share with you for holidays at Walt Disney World. There's so much going on. It is definitely a lot of fun. You just need to be aware that the crowds are high. Did I miss something? Let me know. Leave a comment below so that we can have that discussion. I would love to learn more things that maybe I don't know about. There's so much that happens, and I'm sure there are things that I'm not aware of, and things that other viewers would like to know about too. So please share with your comments before. Also, if you like what I'm doing here, giving you information and tips about Walt Disney World, be sure to smash that like button. It really helps the channel. And hit subscribe and the notification bell so that you're sure that you know exactly when new videos come out here on The Goofy Guy. Well, that's it for this video. If you're heading to Walt Disney World for the holidays, have a great time, and be sure you check out some of the things that we mentioned, and look at the comments below to see what other people have said about it. Thanks again for watching the Goofy Guy channel, and I'll talk to you soon.